And thanks for inviting us in. It's now 11 o'clock. The halls of the Indiana State House are echoing tonight with decisions that could rewrite our education playbook. Tonight, IPS is now pulling parents into the conversation, showing how recent legislative moves could transform the classroom. Our Alex Almanza was at that discussion tonight. So, Alex, what's at stake here?
Well, Scott, today's conversation was about the long history of IPS and where they are now, with leaders saying something needs to change in order to move forward and to serve students in the best way.
Started in IPS schools.
Parents, educators, and community members gathered Tuesday for an important discussion, the future of IPS.
So tonight was IPS's first community conversation, where IPS brought together members of the community to talk about the ILEA.
Tina Algren teaches at Harshman and is one of several educators tapped to join the Indianapolis Local Education Alliance, or ILEA, a group created by state lawmakers to recommend big picture changes to IPS.
This is something that is going to impact, in theory, all students, public school students across the city. And so it's really important for you to not only know what is going to happen and what are the potential impacts, but to be able to have your voice heard.
The goal? Get input from the community before decisions are made.
A lot of people don't think about the parents when they make a lot of decisions. Today was very tailored toward the parents and giving us all the information we needed to make the right decisions, to be supportive to the new board.
At the meeting, school leaders laid out the challenges ahead and asked families to weigh in, from bus routes to building conditions to what resources neighborhoods need.
So we focused on facilities, transportation, what we want to make sure that the other ILEA members know about the history of IPS and about what our community needs are. Something needs to change for us to sustainably move forward as a city and serve students in the best way.
Now, this was just the first of several community conversations planned in each IPS zone. We've got the full schedule on WTHR.com. Meanwhile, the ILEA is expected to submit its final recommendations by the end of the year. Scott?
All right, Alex, thanks so much. Right now, Indigo leaders are considering the first fare increase that we've seen in more than 15 years. Tonight, Hoosiers got the chance to ask questions and give input. Indigo hosted this virtual meeting about the price increase. So if the board of directors approves them, the base fare would go from $1.75 to $2.75. Thursday, there are two in-person events. The first starts at noon on Thursday. The second gets underway at 6. Both of them take place at the Community Alliance of the Far East Side. Angela?
Scott, it's a warm Tuesday night for us. Temperatures right now in the 70s, some still in the upper 70s, including Lafayette at 77, Kokomo 77, Muncie 78, right now in Indianapolis 75 degrees. Early morning numbers for our Wednesday, low 70s, from there upper 80s for highs, but we go back under that threat of severe weather tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. A low threat, but not a zero threat. You'll have some dry time early in the day before those showers and thunderstorms become more numerous tomorrow afternoon.
Here's a look at the other stories making headlines right now. Tonight, we're working to learn exactly what led to a deadly shooting just north of downtown Indy. A woman was killed and a man was injured. Police believe it may be the case of domestic violence. They say several other people were inside the apartment at the time of the shooting, but they were not injured. Investigators have not identified a suspect. Right now, AES Indiana is looking to raise rates. The company just filed a petition for a rate review with regulators. So if it's approved, the new rates will take effect in two phases, one next year and one in 2027. Officials with AES cite multiple reasons for the price hike, including infrastructure improvements, inflation, and rising costs. The average home would pay around $21 more per month. The Carmel City Council just passed new restrictions on rental homes. Under the proposal, no more than 10% of homes in a neighborhood can be rentals. Anyone hoping to rent out a home would have to register their property with the city. Changes are coming to the Christkindl Market in Carmel. Now a fifth member will be added to the Holiday Markets Board. That person will be nominated by the City Council and appointed by the mayor. Christkindl Market, Inc. will update its articles and bylaws to allow for an 8-person board of directors next year. The U.S. Small Business Administration and the Indiana Department of Homeland Security are opening a disaster loan outreach center to help file claims and answer questions after that tornado hit Monroe County last month. This will be available through June 19th at Ivy Tech Community College in Bloomington. We've got all the information about the resources and times right now. Just go to WTHR.com or our 13 News app. Good news, the Indiana Fever snapped their 3-game losing streak tonight, beating the Washington Mystics over at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Sophie Cunningham and Caitlin Clark did not play tonight because of injuries. Caitlin will miss one more game. Fever got some nice outside shooting tonight from Demiris Dantas, who finished with 8 points. Fever's newest player, they just signed Ari McDonald, comes up with the steal, the drive, and the lay-in. Kelsey Mitchell was really good tonight. Watch her bury the triple. And Dewana Bonner, also on target from beyond the arc. Bonner scored 9 for the Fever. Lexi Hull got involved in the three-point party, knocks it down. Late fourth quarter, Fever needing buckets in a tight game. Lexi Hull drives for the hoop. She scored 14. Kelsey Mitchell with 24 for the Fever. The Fever snapped their 3-game losing streak. Final score, Indiana 85, Washington 76. And as you know, we are your local TV home for the Indiana Fever. You can catch next week's showdown with the Atlanta Dream over on our sister station, MeTV, tip-off 7:30. And if you need any help finding any of our broadcasts, just scan that QR code. You can also go to WTHR.com/fever for our full schedule. Meantime, the Pacers are now in the ground in Oklahoma tonight. Their flight was diverted because of weather, so the trip took a little longer than expected. But right now they're in Oklahoma City for a couple of meetings with the Thunder. The series, as you know, gets underway Thursday night. This is the Pacers' first trip to the NBA Finals in 25 years. So before the team boarded the plane, the guys got in a final practice here at home.
No quote-unquote expert or analyst is going to pick us, and that's okay. We like it better that way.